All right. Hi, good evening, everyone. Let me just make sure we have everybody here. All right. We have quite a few more cameras, which is going on YouTube, Instagram, there's Zoom. There are multiple channels how people are watching this live streaming. First of all, welcome everybody. My name is Dushyant Savaria, and I'm a International Program Director for the Art of Living Foundation. And also, I'm known in Jamaica for as the founder and CEO of the Amber Group. And I want to welcome all of you to this evening. Um, Given that I have 22 years of experience doing this, I want you to be comfortable that you're in safe hands. Right? And you can turn on your video. It'd be good to have a little bit of an interaction. So I can also catch you dozing off and wake you up maybe and nudge you a little bit. So it'll be nice to see everybody, those who are on the call, of course, not those who are in Zoom and Instagram, but only those who are sorry, not on Instagram and YouTube, but those who are on Zoom. Be nice to have an audience. All right, fantastic. Hi, everyone. Great. So we'll get started as there are a lot of people joining on YouTube every second in real time on Instagram. So we'll get started and hope that you would enjoy this session. Um, I want to start by saying that Art of Living Foundation is one of the world's largest nonprofit educational and a charitable organization. We are active in over 165 countries across the globe, serving societies by teaching educational programs like stress management workshop for kids, for adults, for prisons, prison inmates. We've done phenomenal amount of job globally, and in Jamaica, for the last 8 years, we've also contributed massively across so many inner cities, prisons, corporates, and public at large. So, and I'm personally, my name is Dushyant Savaria. As I said, I'm a international program director for the Art of Living Foundation, and I'm also founder and CEO of the Amber Group, which is a substantially large technology conglomerate in the Caribbean, but based out of Jamaica. And what I want to share with you that the next hour or so, what you will be doing is understanding certain things about ourselves, about our mind, emotions, body, how this complex of things work together, and we call it as life. Yeah. And how do we see if you look at our life, all of us are looking just one thing. We're looking for happiness, right? Whether through material comfort, whether through emotional comfort, whether through relationship, the ultimate purpose of all that we are doing is seeking happiness, right? We seek happiness out of objects, we seek happiness out of relationships. There is a continuous purpose in our mind to seek happiness. But seeking happiness, we often go wrong because we think happiness is in the outside. Yeah. And that is where the flip of the understanding has to happen, that the happiness is inside and understanding what robs your happiness away. So this is what we'll be doing in the next hour and a half or an hour. And we will also be guided by some very amazing proven processes or techniques that can completely transform how you feel within minutes. Are you ready for this roller coaster? Great. Awesome. So, what we're going to do first, before we jump into anything, let's just talk a little bit about our mind. How does it really work? Yeah. How many of you have experienced anger in your life? You must be asking what kind of idiotic question that is, right? I have been angry all my life. Yes, I know you know what anger is. Okay. Have you all experienced sadness in our life? We have. Have you all experienced regret in our life? We have. Have we experienced anxiety and fear in our life? What is the source of all of these emotions? Have you ever pondered on that? It's very interesting. So let's understand the science of the mind. See, we've equipped ourselves with so much of or so many technological understanding about ourselves, right? About our life. We know how to operate TV, you know how to operate a car, you know how to operate these complex computers, right? There's so much of technology we've learned about everything in our life externally, but the technology of our mind is still unknown. Yes or no? Yes? We've hardly have understood how this mind body complex work together. What is this energy system that goes up and down and make you feel happy and make you feel depressed, or what is happening inside us? And that is what this masterclass is about, to help us understand and then give us tools to keep that understanding a reality as well. So let's talk about stress first. Right? All of us have experienced stress in some way or form. Everybody has experienced stress in our life, right? In fact, sometimes I laugh. A 10-year-old kid going to school carrying a bag in the back of his shoulder says, "It is so stressful to go to school." A 10-year-old kid is using the word stress so easily. And yet we have not learned the tools to combat stress in our life. And this is where Art of Living has made a profound impact on close to 800 million people across the world, teaching these tools and techniques, how to handle our mind, how to live a stress-free life. So let's understand this mind first. See, there are three tendencies in our mind that causes all the stress in our system. So the first tendency of our mind is to oscillate between the past and the future, isn't it? If you look at your mind, where is it all the time? Either you're angry and regretting about the past, about something that has happened, or you're worried and anxious about something that might happen in the future. If you look at your entire day, your mind is like that pendulum, left, right, left, right, left, right, every second, either in the past, either in the future. This constant oscillation of the mind into the past and the future is what causes most of the stress in our system. And I'll tell you how scientifically. See, when the mind is stuck in the past, what emotions do you experience? Anger, regret, sadness, frustration, depression, guilt. All of these strong negative emotions that we experience of the past is because the mind is stuck in the past. And same way, when the mind is stuck in the future, you're thinking ahead, tomorrow, day after, a month later, 5 years later, what will happen to me? What happens? Fear, anxiety, worries. That's all your mind get clouded with. So if you look at your whole day, you're either angry and regretting the past or worrying and anxious about the future. And that is what causes most of our stress. But where is life happening? Life is happening right now, this moment, this moment. Whatever is happening right now is the only reality. Everything is either dead or it is unborn. Yet we choose to leave our mind in the dead or in the unborn. And that is what causes most of our stress. How to live in the present moment is the art of living. How to bring the mind to the present is the art of living. Got it? And it's not easy. And that is why we need to learn tools to create this mindset of living in the present naturally, not by force. Got it? So the first tendency, this oscillation of the, when I was young, when I was small, I still remember my mother angrily telling me not to be angry. You see, in our entire education system, we are never ever taught how to handle the negative emotions. And negative emotions are the byproduct of the mind not being in the present moment. See, can you be angry about something that hasn't happened yet? Is it possible? You can only be angry which is already finished. It's already in the past that you can't undo. And sometimes it don't make sense, right? When you can't undo something in the past and it has already happened, holding on to it does not allow your mind to relax. Robs away this joy and happiness from us completely. Got it? Can you be guilty about something that you have not done yet? It's not possible. Can you resent somebody you have not met yet? Resentment is also the mind clinging to the past. So, living in the present, this tendency of the mind to live in the past and future is very dangerous and damaging to the mind and body also. I'll give you an example. When we are angry or sad and upset, have you noticed your body becomes warm? Yes, your body naturally becomes warm, it becomes hot. And so if you cry or if you're angry, you will see your body temperature will just go up. Same way, when you're fearful, when you're afraid, people freeze. We use the word, oh, I'm freezing. Look, he froze out of fear. See, the body temperature becomes cold when we are anxious, when we have fear and we have anxiety and worries. Now imagine the whole day when your mind is oscillating between the past and the future, your body is also subjected to heat, cold, heat, cold, heat, cold all throughout the day. And that is what reduces immune system in our system too. It reduces the immunity of the system because of this heat cold. Got it? So it impacts the body too. So first is that, just observing. Where is your mind? Are you here now? Are you in this call now? Are you here? If you're here, you're alive. If not, you're in the dead or in the unborn. Life is happening, right? See, when we say I want clarity, I want peace of mind, what does that mean? Clarity and peace of mind is only the absence of the mind in the present and the future. That absence of the mind from the past and the future. That's all it is. Mind in the present is always clear. Mind in the present is always peaceful because there is nothing to be angry about or regret about, or nothing to fear or be anxious about. You're just living the now. What is. However it is, you go through it with a smile on your face. So that's the first tendency of the mind that causes stress, this oscillation between the past and the future. The second tendency of the mind is clinging on the negative. Have you noticed if I give you 10 insults and at the end give you one compliment? Oh, sorry, the other way around. If I give you 10 compliments and at the end give you one insult, what would you remember? Only the insult. You will not remember the 10 compliments. If somebody tells you, oh, you're so beautiful, you're such a wonderful soul, so kind, so noble, got such a glowing skin, such a beautiful eyes, and when you smile, it is amazing. But had your nose been a little straighter, you'd have really nailed it. Now, going home, what will you remember? Only the nose. All other compliments will disappear. Because the natural tendency of the mind is to cling to the negative all the time. And that diminishes our energy in the system too, and takes away our peace and causes a lot of stress in the system. Got it? And if somebody insulted you 5 years ago and you meet them tomorrow somewhere on the street, just by looking at them, your memory will wake up all of those events and you'll be furious and angry in the present moment. It's almost like we have given unlimited rent-free space to people to create their own negative homes inside our head and live rent-free. Got it? Imagine this: if you have a garbage bin at home, right? Instead of throwing it out, you keep filling it and let it overflow in the house. What's going to happen? The house is going to stink, right? We do exactly the same thing with all the negative experiences of our past. We cling on to them like they're still your reality. It's very interesting. Such the dynamics of this mind is, I stopped watching a lot of Netflix. Just observing the minds of people alone is enough of Netflix in life. How they construe things from the past and make it like this is the reality. See, it's almost like every day we move around in the society, we do our work and collect new impressions and negative emotions of others and experiences. At night, we put that garbage bin aside next to the bed, fall asleep. Next morning, we pick all of that back on our head and start walking again the whole day. We're getting buried by the negative of the past. Cut the past. The more the mind clings on to the past, the more it becomes difficult for you to attain peace. Got it? So this is the second tendency of the mind that creates a lot of stress in our system. Just clinging on to the negative, clinging on to the negative all the time, everywhere. Yeah. So first tendency of the mind is what? Oscillation of the mind into the past and the future. That creates anger and regret of the past and worries and anxieties and fear of the future. Living in the present can change how you feel right now. Got it? Second tendency of the mind, which causes stress, is clinging on to the negative. Every single action you take, you start with that negativity. Then there is no energy in the system to get things done. Holding on to the past is a big impediment to your happiness. Drop it. Whatever happened, so what? Whoever said whatever experiences we had to go through, life brought them, we went through it, and it's finished. Can you undo the past? Can you go back into the past and change things? You can't. So why hold on to it? And remember, the nature, the law of the nature is that everything is changing, isn't it? Everything around you is changing. Your relationships, you yourself have gone through so much of changes. Are you the same person you were last year? Are you the same person even from last week or this morning? Consistently, everybody's learning and everybody's growing. So why hold on to the past? Everything is changing. And the third tendency of our mind, which causes stress, is doubting the positive. Got it? This doubting the positive all the time creates so much of stress in our system. Can you imagine if somebody told you that, I really love you? You will look back into their eyes and say, really? What do you want from me? Come out with it. We doubt the positive. If somebody says to you, this guy is really good, you can trust him, he's done phenomenal work, you'll go, really? Are you sure you can trust him? But if somebody says to you, instead of I love you, I hate you, I don't like you, your response is what? I knew it. I knew all along you hate me. You take the negative as a gospel truth and you take the positive with a doubt all throughout your life. Same way, if somebody says to you, this person cannot be trusted, be careful, you will not doubt it, you will not question it. Are you sure? Oh, is it? Even I had that feeling. That's how the mind goes. So if you look at your life, every action you take, everything you do, there is an element of doubt in that action, in that positive action. And that slows us down quite a lot. Got it? So these are three tendencies of the mind which have a significant impact on how we deal with stress. And when there is excessive stress on the system, there are 7 aspects of our life that govern our life. And if these 7 aspects are under duress, your ability to express life, live life, and enjoy life also diminishes. There are 7 aspects to our existence. There are 7 aspects which determine your success. And without these 7 aspects working in harmony and stress-free, success is very difficult. Peace of mind, joy, excitement, enthusiasm is very difficult to attain. You want to know what these 7 aspects are? Yes. So on your chat, you will now see a payment screen. You can take out your card. I'm kidding. So there are 7 aspects of our life that determine our success. The first aspect is our body. See, if the body is sick, unhealthy, do you think you can be successful in life? It's not possible. It slows down. It decreases the ability to live life. Yes? Same way, have you noticed some mornings when you wake up, you just do not want to move out of the bed. Our body becomes a solid, big, boiled potato, refusing to even move. You need a crane to pick you out of the bed. The lethargy and dullness in our body reduces our ability to get things done and enjoy life also. So when there is excessive stress in the system, the body naturally becomes dull and lethargic. Sometimes it's nothing to do with how much you slept the night before. Even if you've slept 9 hours, but you wake up with such a burden, you still are lethargic. Because there is so much of stress underlying inside the body. If you look at a child is so energetic. It's difficult to make them sit down, right? As we grew up, we lost all that energy, not because we don't know how to take that energy source in like a child, but we lost the techniques that we had better when we were children. Being an adult is almost trying to replicate what we did in our childhood to keep this mind stress-free again. All right? So body is the first aspect that determine the quality of your life. So the more the body is stress-free, the more you're active, the more you are spontaneous, the more you can jump out. I tell you, there is so much of stress in our system and it manifests into so many laziness. It's amazing. If you want to drink a glass of water, you will wait and wait and wait. You're thirsty, but you will wait till you find somebody crossing the room and ask them to bring you water. Even worse, we need to get up and use the bathroom, but we will not till it is reached the peak that you can't handle. It's amazing. The body just refuses to get up and do what it's supposed to do. It's amazing. And we've left this layer called our body, which is so critical to our existence and our life, unattended. So that's one. Second aspect that determines the quality of our life is our breath. If we do not breathe enough, the body is not oxygenated enough, that reduces energy in our system also. Third aspect is our mind. So body, breath, and then mind. Now, mind, we know it as many things, but the sole purpose of mind, that it's a tool of perception. By hearing, tasting, listening, touching, and smelling, we gather information from our environment. So mind's purpose is only one: to extract information from your surrounding and give it to your intellect to make decisions around it. So if you look at your mind, when the system is under stress, even the mind becomes blunt. Your perception abilities become blunt. How many times it has happened that the car keys is right in front of you, but you can't see it? Has it happened? Yes, it's amazing. How many times it has happened something is burning, you can't smell, but your somebody else in the family will nudge you, is something burning? What happened to your nose? How many times it has happened? Have you noticed when you're stressed and you eat even the most delicious food, it tastes sour? You don't fully enjoy the taste of the food. How many times it has happened that somebody's calling out your name loud, but you can't hear it? Somebody else around you can, but you can't. Why? Because of the stress, our perception becomes blunt. Our ability to digest the information and bring it into our system becomes blunt because of all this unattended stress in the system. So body, breath, mind. So there are 7 aspects to our quality of our life: body, breath, mind, and then fourth is our intellect. Intellect's function is simple: to make decisions. Right, wrong, good, bad, I should do, I should not do it. All of this is happening at a level of your intellect. Yes, I should do, I should not do. Is this right for me? It's not right for me. Or, hi, we have some young participants today. Nice to see you. All right. So, um, so this aspect, what we call intellect, is there to allow you to make good decisions. But when the system is stressed, your decision making abilities also shrink. If you want to see the most confused people on earth, you should go to a coffee shop. There are 5, 6 varieties of coffee, 5, 6 varieties of tea. They'll stand there and they cannot make up their mind what they want for minutes. How many times it has happened you come to a red light, traffic light, and you turn right and you hit your head that you should have gone left? What happened? The intellect is simply not processing fast enough and giving you active decision. It slows down. How many times it has happened you made a decision and 10 minutes later you're regretting it already? Because when the system is stressed, your ability to perceive goes down, and with the lack of proper perception of the reality, your intelligence is also not able to give you good decisions. Got it? We've left it all be okay. So what? Okay, I made some bad decisions, but why should you live with that? Body, breath, mind, intellect, and the fifth aspect that is responsible for a good quality of life is your memory. So if you look at it, normally when we forget something, what do we say? Oh, you know what, I'm aging. It's the age. This is it. I've turned 40 now, or 30 now, or whatever it is, 50 now. It's time. It's like this. Because of my age, I can't remember. You've done this before, right? Every time you can't remember something or you forget, you attribute to age. But I tell you, medical science have proved that your memory engrams have nothing to do with the age. It is our stress that does not allow full access to the memory engrams. That is the problem. How many times it has happened you opened your wardrobe and you have no idea why? Has this happened? Be honest to yourself. It's happened, right? You open the drawer and you have no idea. Hang on a second, why did I open? You open the fridge and you're staring at it. What was I looking for? Even worse, when you make a call to somebody, I've had so many of them. You make a call to somebody, I called you for something very important. Give me a few minutes, it'll come to me. Or even worse, sometimes we called somebody and we have no memory of who we called. I had to look at the phone screen whose number you dialed. It's amazing. And we have been okay with this. It is not necessary to compromise with all these faculties that govern our life. We just have to remove the stress and restrictions we've created inside it to access the full potential of our life. That's all it is. Memory. When the memory is stressed or the system is stressed, the memory becomes blunt. You can't remember. At my work, I'm known to be a walking encyclopedia. I never forget anything. You can ask me anything, any day, anytime, I still will remember. Because it will learn the technique how to keep the mind free from the stress. And then every faculty works supercharged. Right? See, if the oil filter in the car is free, the oil can flow. And you can put gas in the engine and speed up. If the carburetor is full of dust and dirt, the car will stall and it will jerk and all sorts of things will happen. And it will break down eventually. Right? There is no need to compromise. It's just we haven't looked at other aspects in life that allow us to free ourselves from this. It's almost like if your car is damaged in some way and it is not working smoothly, you take it to a garage, right? And you pay whatever money necessary to fix the car because you want your transport. Your body and your mind is your transport of your whole life. And we don't pay much attention on the maintenance of this vehicle, we call it as mind and body, which is governing our entire life and bringing all the wealth and material successes we need. Got it? Memory. And then ego. So body, breath, mind, intellect, memory. And then sixth faculty is ego. See, when the system is stressed, have you noticed how your ego becomes so erratic? If you're happy and joyful, you will notice this. If you're in a party and you're excited and you're enthusiastic and your energy is high, even if somebody criticized you, you'll humor it and carry on. But when your system is stressed, which is most days, and if somebody gave you a criticism or a remark, the mind will handle it very differently. You get upset, reactive, argumentative. Yes, no. It's because of our ego. The ego gets rubbed too quickly if we are not centered, if the mind is not stress free, and we end up destroying relationships because of our incapability to keep our system stress free so that your ego can be more encompassing, not limited in its view and reactions. Make sense? Listen, if this is all too boring, I can do something else, No, I'm kidding. This is interesting, right? See, without knowing these fundamentals of how our mind and emotions work, any other technique you add on top of it is just going to be a theory. It's important to understand what governs our life and then we deal with it. Without doing a proper diagnosis, going into a treatment doesn't help, right? So, body, breath, mind, intellect, memory, ego, and then consciousness, the self or soul or whatever you name it. These are the 7 aspects of our life that determines the quality of our life itself. Got it? Now, we touched on consciousness. All of us have used the word, oh, my spirit took to it. Oh, my soul is this. And my consciousness does not allow, my conscience doesn't allow. We've always referred to something inside us, which is still very unknown to us also. Yes? See, when a person dies, everything is there. What is missing? The consciousness, right? And what is that consciousness? That consciousness is nothing but energy. Our life is nothing but play of energy. I'm telling you, you don't need to do stress management, time management, people management, administrative management. Just do proper energy management, everything else will fall into place. You're not able to manage people or time or health or work, not because of your lack of knowing what to do, because lack of energy turns things around. Got it? Our whole life is nothing but energy management only. The better we learn how to manage energy, the more we will be effective in time management, people management. And look, our life is like this now, right? Our whole life is like that. There's very little time. The complaint of every single mammal in this planet is what? There's very little time, lot of work to do, too much pressure, and no energy. But what you have to realize, it is that no energy which is responsible for lack of time and inability to complete stuff faster. So it's very, very critical to understand. See, the whole system is what? Just a energy flow. See, when you're happy and joyful, have you noticed that there is something inside you that expands? Whenever you get a good, news, you get some happy news, or you get something like a promotion, or, for example, you might recall, if you can, the first time you met your first boyfriend or girlfriend, the butterflies inside. What happened? There's something in you that expanded, right? Yes, whenever there is something joyful, some good things happen around you, there's something inside you that expands. And when you're upset and when you're sad and tired and angry, what happens? There is something inside you that shrinks. Have you had this shrinking experience? Sometimes you say, right, oh, I feel so low today. What are you really saying? You're actually saying my energy is down, isn't it? So that which is going up and down inside you, what we know as consciousness, is actually energy. Same energy, when it goes up, we are happy, we are joyful, we are healthy, we are focused, we are quick. And the same energy, when it drops in the system, it causes negative emotions, negative feelings, ill health, impatience. All of these experiences of negative emotions and negative feelings, and negative thoughts is nothing but low energy. See, when you're high energy, you will never have a negative thought. It's not even possible. Even if something negative as a situation is happening, you will see it positively and move forward. I can tell you, even positive thinking is a bad idea. Because when you're positive thinking, you're forcing your mind to perceive things positively which are negative. And that creates conflict and it's artificial. But when you're naturally energized from within, when you have high energy inside, everything will become positive. So the whole art of living is nothing but how do you manage this energy? And there are four sources of energy also. We take in energy in four ways. First is food. See what happens if you've not eaten anything all day. What happens? Huh? By night, do you feel energetic and charge and win the world? Not at all, right? By the time you get to lunch and you've not eaten, the entire energy collapses and you become irritated, annoyed, short tempered. Yes or no? And what happens when you overeat? You've eaten way more than you should. You still feel dull and discharged. Yes or no? So, under eating, not eating, and overeating, all the three ways you deplete energy in the system. Got it? I'll talk a lot more. So we have a happiness program. This is just a precursor to that. So people understand a little bit about life and emotions and get a little hands-on experience of how a little attention to the mind can completely change how you feel and act in your life, in your day-to-day life. So we teach something called a online happiness program, which is in a week's time from now, really goes through such details about life and some very experiential techniques that completely changes how we see life. So first source of energy is food. Not eating, under eating, or overeating, all the three ways we deplete energy in the system. Got it? The second source of energy is sleep. What happens if you have not slept all night and you wake up the next morning? What happens? Huh? How do you feel the next morning? Tired, right? Yes, no. Tired, irritated, short tempered. All of these experiences are exactly the same. So, undersleeping or oversleeping, both way you deplete energy in the system. Let's say it's a Sunday, you don't want to wake up early and you sleep 10, 12 hours. You watch your mind, what happens, your energy level completely drops. You can't even get up to brush your teeth. You laze in the bed long. So 6 to 8 hours of sleep is a good rest that the body should get. Minimum of 6 and a maximum of 8 or 9 at the most. Got it? So undersleeping or oversleeping, both way we deplete energy in the system. So food, sleep. Third is peace of mind. Now, the more the brain is active, the more it is thinking. What happens? You deplete energy that fast too. The more you accelerate in your car, the more you're going to burn fuel. Yes, no. Very scientific. I recently discovered the fastest way to get depressed. If someday you wake up and you think, oh my God, I've got too much of energy, I'm too happy. I don't like to be so happy. I really want to be a little depressed. I'll give you a technique to get depressed in 5 minutes. Just close your eyes and think about whatever you want. I tell you, in 5 minutes, you will get there. Because what are you thinking? Past and the future? Even if you glorify the past, 5 years ago, I was in Beverly Hills in California. Life was amazing. And now look, I'm stuck here. Look at my life now. I tell you, even if you glorify the mind, glorify the past, you connect it with the present and start regretting. Oh, then it was so much more better. Now look, then that, now this, that causes a lot of regret. Then now this is a big regret in the mind. So this continuous thing. So how do you calm the mind? How do you make it thought free? Few times a day meditating, will couple of times a day or even once a day, meditating for 20 minutes brings that whole energy rise back up into the system. And you're focused to think what you can decisively act on right now versus random daydreaming of the future or unnecessary thoughts of the past. It's not worth it. Worrying is almost daydreaming, and worrying is almost like running on the treadmill for 1 hour. And then where have you reached? Nowhere. You're still in the same place, except that you're tired and exhausted. This consistent thinking, not having the peace in the mind, drains and depletes energy from the system. This consistent thoughts and thinking. And the fourth source of energy is breath. Breath is the most powerful source of energy in our system. Yet it is the most neglected at the same time. We have this saying, right? Whoever is very close to you, you pay the least attention to that. Breath has been your closest companion from the time you were born, and the only companion which will stay loyal to you till we reach the end of this journey, isn't it? Your only loyal companion. Never leave your side as long as you're on this earth, no matter what. But how much have we paid attention to this? Let me ask you a question. What was the first act of your life when you were born? What did you do first? Took a deep breath in and started crying. Yes? And what is the last act of life? You take a deep breath out and make others cry. And whatever happens between this first breath and the last breath, we call it as life. Wherever breath stops, life stops right there. Breath is the source of life. Breath is life. And skillful use of breath can enhance the quality of our life also. Science says that we breathe only 30% of our lung capacity. Yet, 80% of our toxins can be released through breath alone. 80% of our immunity can be handled through breath alone. Science also says viruses and diseases cannot thrive in an oxygen-rich environment. If you're breathing only 30% of your lung capacity, your body is also oxygenated only 30%. That's why we are so prone to catching diseases. I'll give you a good analogy. Elephant breathes only about 1.5 times in a minute. The long trunk and the long breath. How long do they live? 150 years, 125 years. Look at the quality of their life. Strong, well built, and they don't fall sick very often. Very rare for elephants to fall sick. They can survive, climatize so fast. If you look at a dog or a cat or a small pet, they breathe 35 to 40 times a minute. How long do they live? 10 years. 15 years, 20 years, that's it. Look at the quality of that life. They fall sick, they sniff something and they're sick. And as humans, we breathe somewhere between 15 to 17 times a minute. So our quality of life is between a dog and a elephant. If you're lucky, we get through 70 with good health these days. So your quality of life is dependent on the quality of your breath. Got it? Science, also the Medical Institute of Sweden did a beautiful research on one of our art of living techniques. We call it a sky breathing, which is patented globally and one of the most profound techniques taught to circulate phenomenal amount of oxygen in the body and remove toxins from the system in 15 minutes of that exercise, which is taught on the happiness program, which starts next week. I certainly recommend you to take that course. It is, you know, life transforming. Happiness program is not okay, you do something now and you practice over a period of time, and maybe 1 month later or 5 years later you may see a little halo on top of your head. It's so impactful, it's so instant. We'll talk about it. So what the Institute of Sweden, the Medical Institute of Sweden, did a case study, and they linked the breath to be the only source connected to the mind. And Art of Living has been saying this for 40 years since its existence, that the only way to handle the mind is through breath, because the only link to the mind is also breath. Have you noticed when you're angry, how do you breathe? I'll kill you. You're breathing shallow and you're breathing fast. And when you are sad and upset or tired, how do you breathe? Oh Lord, please help me. And when you're joyful, excited, happy, how do you breathe? You don't even realize you're breathing. It is so harmonious, isn't it? What does this say? That every state of mind has a corresponding pattern of breath. So rather than the mind controlling the breath, learning how to skillfully use these patterns of breath, you can control the mind the other way around. It's almost like if you want to fly a kite, can you hold on to the kite and make it fly? You can't, right? You need a string. You need that thread which you manage how the kite's direction will be and the altitude would be. It's all managed by that thread, right? Similarly, breath acts as a thread to the mind to elevate it and give it the right direction as well. You have some, with the modern day world is so prone to the psychosomatic disorders. And everything is now psychosomatic. If you go to a doctor, if you have heart problems, you have arthritis, you have blood pressure, you have rashes, you have skin disorders, you have migraine, you have sinus. Everything is coming down to be known as psychosomatic disorders. It is the mental stress causing diseases in the body. Isn't it? It's amazing how this works. It's incredible how we've come to this point in our life that we've allowed. See what happens scientifically also. To create stress is not like you need to have a big life event, a breakup or a loss or something. Even if you and I are talking and you disagree, the disagreement also creates certain chemical reaction in the body, and it creates toxins which go settle at our cellular level. And these cells, over time, when they keep collecting these toxins, one day explode, and we know them as diseases or psychosomatic disorders. It's a simple science. We fail to see this all our life. Got it? And that is why the Art of Living Happiness program focuses a lot on very powerful rhythmic breathing exercises to get rid of these toxins at a cellular level from our system and also clear the mind. And can you imagine you wake up fresh? And you will see this. We'll do a couple of short exercises, and you will see how this completely changes how you feel. All of us had a long day at work and whatever we've done. You'll see how just a few things completely transform how we feel instantly. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to learn a very powerful breathing technique. I won't give you the name yet, but this technique is designed to completely change your, as we breathe, there's a lot of stale air in the system also, which does not come out. And hence you don't feel that energized. So we call it an energy breath. Instantly to fuel energy in the system, that will wake you up like this. Yeah. So what we're going to do, and it's a very simple technique. What I want to do is push the camera back a bit. What I want you to do is bring your hands. You're going to take use of our hands and then do it together. So I want you to close your fist, your thumbs are out, and your fist facing forward in front of your chest, and your elbows are actually touching your ribs. They're down touching your ribs in the front of your chest, sort of. Yeah. Let me see if you can see me properly. Okay. Yeah, like this. Got it? Your elbows are down, closed fist in front of your chest. So that's your starting position. And what we're going to do is when I say in, you breathe in and you open your fist into the air. And when I say out, you simply close your fist and pull down the sky back to your starting position. So the technique is pretty simple. What you're doing, let me just bring it up a little more. All you're doing is breathe in, opening the fist into the sky. When I say out, close your fist, bring it down. So it's in, hands up, fist open, out, close fist, bring it down. In, out. Just do it with me a few times. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Okay, got it. So you got the fundamentals on how to do it. Now, the second part of this technique, to make it very effective, you have to breathe a little forcefully. Okay, if you've had surgery in the last 6 months, if you're pregnant, or if you have heart problems, then go easy. Do as much as your body can do, or you can choose not to do it also, because it's a lot of hand movement. So it might kind of circulate some stuff. So it's pretty simple. You have to breathe forcefully. So you'll hear me breathing, so you will understand what it means, right? So just watch me first. Could you hear me? Yes. So this is how we're going to breathe. Okay. So there might be some accidental jewels might come out of your nose. You may choose to collect them with a tissue or use your t-shirt for now. Yeah. What this also does is cleanses the entire nasal passage as well. So it's very good for those who have sinus and migraine and blockages. It actually helps a lot with these things, but it fuels the system with tremendous amount of energy. Okay. So the technique is simple. We'll do about 20 times. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, right? So once we go up and down, it's 1 count. So we do about 20 times and we'll do 3 rounds of these. Now, between the rounds, I'll ask you to relax and place your palms on your knees, palms open to the sky on your knees, right? So when I ask you to relax, so you're doing this. When I ask you to relax, just bring your hands down on your knees, eyes closed, and take your mind inward. Observe what is happening inside. Got it? Clear? Fantastic. And we need to do it with a little passion. You know, if you do like There's no energy coming in and nothing going out. There'll be no circulation that's going to take place. Okay. Second, you also don't do this. So we are not doing any acrobat. Got it? So you go straight up and straight down. Raise your fist, open it, close your fist, bring it down, in, out. So you go up, down. That's it. All the way and down. Got it? So it's almost like your fists are open in the sky, and you just drop them and it'll come and hit your ribs to push more air out. Got it? And forceful breathing. Okay. So we'll do it with our eyes closed at some point. Vandana is here. Vandana, you can do it with the group so they can see you doing it. In case if you forget what Vandana is doing, then just open your eyes and quickly see where we are and then carry on again. Got it? Okay. So very simple. Closed fist. When I say in, go up, open your fist. When I say one or out, or I give a number or out, bring your fist down. That's it. In, one. In, two. In, three. So we kind of reset. Got it? Excellent. Eyes closed. And keep your eyes closed so your mind starts learning to go a little inward. Okay? Eyes closed. And let's first start with a normal deep breath in and breathe out. And let's take another deep breath in and breathe out. And now on my mark, forceful breathing in. 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, in 5, in 6, in 7, in 8, in 9, in 10, in 11, in 12, in 13, in 14, in 15, in 16, in 17, in 18, in 19, in 20, and relax. Palms on your knees, facing the ceiling. Keep your attention inward. Feel this flow of energy in the body. Feel this flow of energy, the rush of energy all over the body. Let's get ready for the second round. And Vandana will take us through the second and third round. Vandana, you have some music in the background? You have some music? Okay, so let's get ready for the second round. Closed fist in front of your chest, fist facing forward. And let's take a normal deep breath in and breathe out. Let's take another deep breath in and breathe out. And forceful breathing in. 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, in 5, in 6, in 7, in 8, in 9, in 10, in 11, in 12, in 13, in 14, in 15, in 16, in 17, in 18, in 19, in, and relax. Palms on your knees, facing the ceiling, eyes closed. And feel the rush of energy. Feel the flow of energy in the body. And let's get ready for the third and final round. Closed fist in front of your chest, fist facing forward. And take a deep breath in and let go. Take another deep breath in and let go. And forceful breathing in. 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, in 5, in 6, in 7, in 8, in 9, in 10, in 11, in 12, in 13, in 14, in 15, in 16, in 17, in 18, in 19, in 20, and relax. Palms on your knees, facing the ceiling. And you can open your eyes. All right, how was it? Good. How many of you feel you woke up? You feel like that, right? Wonderful. I'm just getting all these messages. You can type and chat. Yeah, seeing a lot of YouTube messages. Refreshing. I feel I woke up after a sleep. Invigorating, yeah. It's amazing. Just a simple utilization of breath can wake us up so much. Yeah? It's amazing how this works. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. In the happiness program, we go through such powerful techniques that combines into a 20-minute practice at home to give you an experience you cannot even imagine. It's almost like if I tell you Ferrero Rocher tastes amazing, there is no way you will know till you eat it, right? No, it's something else. It worked. I feel refreshed. Yeah, absolutely incredible. There's so many messages in Instagram. I can't even read them side by side. It's amazing. We have close to 432 people online on 3 platforms. Amazing. All right. Zoom is special invitees only. Great. All of you are special, by the way. Yeah. Now, another tool. So, breath is what? Very important. To understand its importance is beginning to understand what life is. Yeah. Just a little shift in breath changes how you feel straight away, right? Now, in this state of mind, it will be very difficult for you to get angry or upset or worry. Very difficult. Try it right now. Very difficult. Now, there was one participant who took the happiness program with me many years ago. His sister came on the course. I said, okay, so what encouraged you to come on the course? On the last day, we share experiences. And this lady goes, I only wanted to find out what my brother does 20 minutes in the room alone, that he comes out so happy and smiling no matter what you tell him, it doesn't affect him. I just wanted to know what he does in that room for 20 minutes. It's very interesting. Yeah. So how many of you have done some form of meditation before? Many of you have some experience, right? Or some knowledge or some concept about how meditation works. You know, a lot of people have a lot of misconception about meditation. People think meditation means focus and you put your attention into something, you block the thoughts and don't let bad thoughts come. I tell you, that is not meditation. Meditation is not concentration. Meditation is rather the opposite of concentration. Meditation is rather deconcentration. See, when the mind is focused, it is busy. If the mind is busy, how will it relax? Got it? The key to the mind is becoming effortless for some time. Got it? When you drop all your efforts, all the voluntary efforts, then meditation happens. Meditation is simply the art of doing nothing. 10 minutes, I want to do nothing at all. And that 10 minutes of rest is equal to 4 hours of deep sleep. Got it? 10 or 20 minutes of meditation is known to be equivalent to 6 hours of deep sleep. That much the mind relaxes. See, when you sleep for 6 hours, you actually reach the REM only for a few minutes in the sleeping cycle. When you're dreaming or tossing and turning, all sorts of things happen. You're still restless in your sleep. So 20 minutes of just dropping what is can elevate the consciousness, energy, and the state of mind. You know, there was once in one of our courses long back, this person did in the happiness program, we take you through some very deep guided meditations. And the first day of the course, there was a very beautiful meditation. And the meditation finished, and this man was asked, so how was your experience? And there was a big course with hundreds and hundreds of people. He took the mic and he said, horrible. I did not have a good experience in your course. And the teacher asked, so what happened? I mean, what were you expecting? Well, if you meditate, you should see deep or bright light. I saw no light in your meditation. Your meditations don't work. And this teacher was a naughty one. So next day, he said, you're coming back tomorrow, right? Of course, I paid the course fee. I'm going to take the whole course. So next day, of course, it's evening. So we dimmed the lights and he went into meditation again. In the middle of the meditation, this teacher flashed a light on his face, a torchlight on his face. And he woke up after 20 minutes of meditation. When he opened his eyes, so the teacher asked him again, so how was the meditation? Fantastic. I've never ever seen brighter light than this ever in my life. And the teacher called him closer and showed him the torchlight. Said, my dear, even wanting an experience in a meditation is an impediment to meditation. Got it? Even if you're thinking, oh, if I meditate, I want no thoughts, I want peace, I want this, I want that, I just want to relax. If you even start the meditation with a want, meditation will never happen. So there are 3 laws of meditation. The first law of meditation is I want nothing. For the next 10 minutes, I want nothing in my life. I don't want recognition. I don't want money. I don't want this car I'm dreaming about. I don't want this dream job. I want nothing for the next 10 minutes. Second law of meditation is I do nothing. For the next 10 minutes, I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere or to do anything. And the third law of meditation is I am nothing. I'm not rich, I'm not poor, I'm not dumb, and I'm not intelligent. All these concepts that we live with in our life, you drop them all for 10 minutes. Got it? The next 10 minutes, I want nothing, I do nothing, and I am nothing. Then meditation can happen. Then you can truly relax. What keeps our mind so busy? What keeps you restless? This consistent desires in the mind, this consistent want of something in life keeps us very busy in the head. This consistent hurry to do something else keeps us very busy. And this notion and the concept of who we think we are misguides you into thinking something else. So for 10 minutes, do nothing. I want nothing, I do nothing, I am nothing. Then meditation happens. Yeah, that doesn't mean that you go to work tomorrow and say, we learned in that master class, I want nothing, I do nothing, I am nothing. It doesn't apply at jobs, at work. It only applies in meditation, okay? So don't misquote me anywhere. When I go to work, I want everything, I do everything, and I am everything. I have to take the responsibility, right? Only in meditation, you drop. Meditation is the art of doing nothing. Meditation is the art of letting go for 10 minutes. That's it. So, what we'll do now, we'll do a beautiful guided meditation. Yeah. We'll do a beautiful guided meditation together. And all you have to do is sit comfortably. So don't try to strain your back and lift your body up and put your hands like this, like that. Just keep your palms gently open towards the sky, gently placed on your knees. You can cross leg, you can straighten your legs up and take back support so you're comfortable. Got it? Great. So sit comfortably and easily. Relax, eyes closed. And of course, you don't do meditation lying down. Yeah. When you lie down, it's called sleeping, not meditation. So you sit comfortably and easily. Relax. And let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Take another deep breath in and breathe out. Listen to all the noises in this environment. Listen to all the sounds in your environment, whatever it may be. Sounds of the traffic in a distance, noises around the house. Listen to all the sounds and all the noises in your environment. Become one with all the sounds and the music in the environment. You are one with all the sounds in the environment. You are one with the environment. Now become aware of your physical body. Your physical body is a beautiful gift of nature in love to you. Honor your own body with all its health and all its sickness. Your body is the vehicle of your life. Honor your own body. Now become aware of the weight of your body. Whatever it may be, 50 kilos, 70 kilos, 100 pounds, 130 pounds. Simply become aware of the weight of your body. Sitting on this chair or the floor you are sitting on. Now drop the entire weight of your body on the earth or on the chair you're sitting on. Any way the chair or the floor is carrying your weight, simply become aware of this fact and drop the entire weight of your body on the floor, on the ground you're sitting on, or on the chair. Earth was our origin and is our destination too. Relax and let go. Drop the entire weight of your body into this earth. Now become aware of your right foot. Gently take your attention to your right foot. Right knee. Right thigh and hip. And the whole of the right leg. Relax your right leg. Let it loose. Take your attention to your left foot. Left knee. Left thigh and hip. And the whole of the left leg. Relax your left leg. Let it loose. Take your attention to your abdomen. Stomach. Chest. Right arm. Left arm. Shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Let them loose. Throat. Face. And the whole body. Relax your whole body. let it loose. Now become aware of your thoughts. Good thoughts or bad thoughts, let them come. Do not resist any thoughts at all. If your mind wants to wander into the past, future, let it wander. Give it complete freedom to go wherever it wants to go. You are simply a witness to your thoughts as they come and they go. Like watching a movie. Be in harmony with your thoughts. Become one with your thoughts, whatever they may be. Now become aware of your feelings, pleasant feelings or unpleasant feelings. Let them be. Become aware of your feelings and let them be, pleasant or unpleasant. Become one with your feelings. You are peace. You are joy. Peace is your very nature, and you are with your nature right this moment. Like a baby in the arms of its mother, relax and repose in yourself. Let go of all your efforts and relax more and more. Right this moment, you want nothing, you do nothing, and you are nothing. Relax and repose in yourself. Like the unseen rays of light all around you. The grace of God is showering on you right this moment. Become aware of your feelings, if there are any. Become aware of your thoughts, if there are any. Become aware of your physical body. Become aware of your surrounding. And slowly and gradually, you may open your eyes. How was it? You can type. YouTube, Instagram, everybody can type directly. All right. Incredible. I didn't want to open my eyes. How many of you felt that? You didn't want to open your eyes anymore? Peaceful. Excellent. You know, how long do you think you meditated? I feel really relaxed. Oh my God, I don't believe I meditated. It's not complex. Just the right way to do it is necessary to be learned. Very calm and peaceful. Did you know you meditated almost 17 minutes? 17 minutes of doing nothing. Did you feel it was 17 minutes or you felt it was shorter? I was able to still my mind for the first time. I felt like I was in a different space. You felt shorter, right? 5 minutes, 7 minutes. 17 minutes was gone. And look at this state of mind. How wonderful would be if we could carry that state of mind all day, isn't it? How many of you feel angry right now or upset? Negative emotions do not have place where there is peace. Got it? Darkness is nothing but absence of light. When you're bright, when you're relaxed, there is no room for negativity. It's incredible. And that is why, the happiness program has been taught to millions and millions of people, which starts in a week's time. It's only 3 days, 2 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours every day from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. 3 consecutive days you must attend. And it's a beautiful workshop which incorporates so many deeper layers of understanding ourselves. Very powerful breathing exercises. In particular, the sky breathing technique is only taught on that workshop. It's a phenomenon how it changes our way of handling any conflict in our life with a smile on our face. The attitude towards life, the ability to handle conflicts, ability to manage our negative emotions while uplifting people around us. That magic is in the breath, and it's in our hands. That radiating energy, when you have, you noticed when you meet somebody you automatically feel good. When you go to somebody who's happy and joyful and bouncy, something inside you also elevates. If you go close to somebody who's angry and upset, and something happens to you, you also sync with that person. But did you know you have a much greater influence on others than what others have on you? We need to get to that greater influence where you can change your environment. Not that your environment has the ability to change how you feel. There is a saying that those who know how to look inward will never experience sorrow. Because when you are centered, you will only see how to move forward, not get shaken and disturbed and perturbed, and we lose our ability, our grip on life. Then bad judgments, bad calls, bad decisions, and a series of cascading effect on life. No. And that's why the happiness program has changed lives globally. I attended the first happiness. I've been teaching the Art of Living workshops for 22 years now. The first time I did the course, I was forced into it. And I was not so lucky to have a masterclass before that to get this experience of what the full happiness program can bring to my life. But I did that happiness program directly. And in those days, I used to be an alcoholic, a chain smoker, and a very angry person. And how it changed how I looked at life, how I looked at things in life, and how I could respond to the needs around me. And that peace, that calmness, and the clarity of mind is why progressed inside Art of Living, and I took further courses and decided to become a teacher, to bring this experience to many, many in the world. Just the ability to close our eyes a few seconds is a gift to humanity. It's a gift to yourself. If you want to be laser sharp, if you have a bow and arrow, it's the same principle. If you want to go in a measured speed and accuracy, you need to pull it backward a bit first, right? Then you send it up. Mind is also like that. When you pull it inward a little bit, it gives a lot more clarity externally. Got it? And there is a saying that our inner environment is what determines our outer experiences. So the better our inner environment is, the more we are energized, the more we are relaxed, and the more we are centered, our outer experiences changes with that. The most violent person will drop their violence and smile in front of you if you are centered inside. What we are is what we will attract around us. Everything is connected in the world. Yeah? And that's why I strongly urge, take some time out. It's only 3 days, 3 hours, 3 evenings. And the course fee is only 10,000 Jamaican, which is 60, 70 US. For 3 days, your life will never be the same. Take some time out to learn about yourself, learn some techniques, how to harness what is in us to create a wealth outside us. All right, if you have any question, you can type in. I keep saying this, even Amber Group. See, Art of Living Foundation is a completely a non-profit organization, and in 2015, I ran out of funding. I realized to maintain the charitable work of Art of Living Foundation, I would need to build some sustainable income sources. That's why I decided to build the Amber Group, and now it's become one of the largest technology conglomerate with 7 business lines operating in 23 countries in 5 years. I'm not special. I'm not super intelligent. But when our mind is calm and relaxed, your intuition makes the decisions. Your intuition guides you what to do next. Your energy inside you is undying. You become charismatic. Our presence speaks more than our words. Do you know this? Our presence communicate to others a lot more than your words. When you're uplifted inside, wherever you go, people will gravitate. You'll become a magnet because you are joyful inside. You've learned the art of living to live in the present moment. It's not easy. That's why you need all these techniques. Yeah. All right. Have fun. And you can go back to artofliving.org where you can read a lot about the happiness program, or artoflivingjamaica.com is where you can go and register for the happiness program. We don't take a lot of people in one batch. We try to keep it very small so that I have a full attention on the group. It is completely online, but I like to keep a smaller group for happiness programs because it's a very intimate, personal, one-on-one course sort of. So register yourself, join the happiness program, and the dates are going to be on your chat right now. It's in 2 weeks' time, so we'll announce the date shortly as well. And if you're on our database, you will receive another email anyway with the course dates and the registration link, and you can pay online itself or pay through the bank or however you want to. But remember, Art of Living Foundation is a completely non-profit organization. So all the funds that we collect through the Art of Living workshops are donated back into various charitable programs of Art of Living. So the course date is January 19th to 21st, next week, from Tuesday to Thursday. And we will circulate this shortly for you. And you will receive a mail anyway with the happiness program workshop dates, and register. And I look forward to seeing you all. God bless you. Take care. Have fun. And keep safe, please. Bye.